also a regular contributor to Boston 25, New England Cable News, and GBH. But my real passion is my daughter. I'm proud to be an honorary board member at the Massachusetts Down Syndrome Congress. I'm also a graduate of the Mass Families Leadership Series. Definitely do that if you haven't. And a longtime friend of the ARC of the Massachusetts MDDC. I live in Canton with my husband David, that handsome guy over there with the orange phone, and my daughter Lucy. And Lucy has Down syndrome. She's a graduate of Canton High, the Cotting School, and is now a participant in the Price Center's community-based day program. She's also a member of the Mass Down Syndrome Congress Your Next Star Employment Academy, the Boston Conservatory Ballet Program, and she plays basketball for the Special Olympics. She's also working on her song choice for open mic night at Club Cafe in Boston. Currently, her favorites go between Coal Miner's Daughter by Loretta Lynn and Peggy Lee's Fever. She's a talent, and she's not shy. Lucy awes me with her humor, her determination, her sense of self. She's opened a whole new world filled with perseverance, gratitude, and joy, and most especially a world filled with all of you. And now let's hear from Andre.
Thank you, Lauren. Good morning, everybody. So my name is Andre Williams. I am a millennial self-advocate from Somerville. This is the second year I am the co-MC of the legislative reception, and I am honored to be here today. For those who don't know me, here are some facts about me. I have worked with the Massachusetts Developmental Disabilities Council for over 13 years. In fact, this event was my first day of work when I started at the MDDC. I love working with the MDDC self-advocacy and training team on team trainings that help people with self-esteem, employment, and legislative advocacy. Being a part of the MDDC for all these years has been an amazing experience. I have also been involved with Best Buddies for 20 years this year. Thank you. Best Buddies helps people with disabilities find true friendships with people without disabilities and be self-advocates in their local community. In my spare time, I like to be with my friends. Since I live in the greater Boston area, we like to take advantage of being in the city and having fun in the city. And I love to take photos. Being involved in these incredible organizations and community life has helped me become a better self-advocate and share my story with people just like you. Thank you.
So welcome to our 48th annual legislative reception hosted by the Massachusetts Developmental Disabilities Council and the ARC of Massachusetts. As you may know, the Massachusetts Developmental Disabilities Council, MDDC, is an independent state agency dedicated to empowering people with developmental disabilities and their families to enjoy full, productive lives by promoting self-determination, community inclusion, and opportunity. The ARC of Massachusetts is the state's leading advocacy organization for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including autism. The ARC is dedicated to enhancing the lives of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and autism and their families through advocacy, empowerment, and programs that promote inclusion and equity. Each year, we gather in March to observe Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. It's an important time to come together and celebrate their achievements, contributions, abilities, and potential of people with disabilities. This year's legislative reception theme is Protecting Our Lives Now More Than Ever. In this moment, this community is facing many challenges. We are experiencing changes from our federal government to long-standing systems of support, and we are bracing for tighter state budgets. Now more than ever, our collective voices are critical to ensure that we are protecting the services and supports that matter most to us and to you.
Now more than ever, we need to protect our rights and our lives. This has been an unprecedented year. I know that when fighting for our rights, sometimes we feel like just throwing in the towel and just giving up. But we shouldn't give up. We have to keep advocating for what we believe in. This is the best way to achieve our goals and get what we want in life. Now, despite the challenges during these uncertain times, it is vital to celebrate contributions that promote a more inclusive society. Nationally, we have been celebrating Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month since 1987. Almost 40 years, that's amazing. It's a time to raise awareness about the importance of fostering inclusion and breaking down ongoing barriers that exist for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
Legislators and state agencies should check in at the legislator tables to my left so that we can announce your presence. And we're thrilled to be honoring our 2026 Legislator of the Year awardees, State Senator Joan Lovely and Representative Jay Livingstone. We also want to recognize legislators and other officials who are here today to support our community, including... I'm start. You want to start? Yeah. I'll start. Okay, I'll do this and then you'll do that. All right. Senator Paul Feeney, Representative Vanna Howard, Senator James Eldridge, Representative Angelo Pupolo Jr., Representative Kenneth Gordon, and Representative Tacky Chan.
Representative Dan Senna, Representative Judith Garcia, Representative Mark Sylvia, Representative Lindsay Sabadosa, and Senator Bruce E. Tarr.
Thanks to everyone who made today's event possible, staff, board, and committee members of the ARC and the MDDC, legislative staff, and the State House events team. They work hard every day to ensure that people with all types of disabilities can participate in democracy here in Massachusetts. We also wanted to thank Community Work Services for providing food and drinks, and our CART transcriber and ASL interpreters for the accessible communications. Okay, so we have a huge crowd today. Please remain silent during our program. The acoustics in the hall can make it difficult to hear, but everyone's doing a really good job so far. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. All right, and now it is time to introduce our first speaker. Cody Rooney is here to give the opening remarks. Since 2023, Cody has served as the MDDC's vice chairperson. He is also a college student who attends UMass Amherst. Cody is also a part of New Deal for Youth and Easter Seal's Teach Disability History Project. He has also served as a peer leader with Partners for Youth with Disabilities and the Youth Leadership Forum for several years now. Please welcome our friend Cody. You got it?
Want me to put this here?
Yeah.
I got your speech.
Welcome to our 4th annual legislative session. It's great to see everyone. We are here today to celebrate Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Our celebration recognizes the contributions of people with DD, raises awareness about our challenges and promotes meaningful inclusion and advocacy within our communities. This year's session theme is protecting our rights, now more than ever, it is important more than ever with major changes being proposed to full Medicaid and other programs that fund community-based services. It's crucial to preserve programs and benefits for people with disabilities to live for us in their communities. As someone who uses PCA services, which is on the cutting block, I am concerned about how Medicaid, the proposed Medicaid cuts, could impact my independence. Many people here today are in a similar situation with essential programs at stake, keeping programs that enable us to live independent and meaningful lives. It gives us the quality of life that we enjoy and have a right to. This leads me to a piece of advice I follow program and go and visit your legislature, share your story, educate, inform them, and begin to create change. Have a great rest of your morning. Enjoy the program.
Thank you, Cody. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Commonwealth's Executive Office of Health and Human Services Secretary, Dr. Kiami Mahania. He's here to present Governor Healey's proclamation for Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Prior to being appointed as EOHHS Secretary last July, Dr. Mahania served as the Secretariat's Health Undersecretary for 2 years. He's a practicing physician who continues to see patients to this day. Before joining state government, he was the CEO of Lynn Community Health Center. Thank you for joining us today to share the 2026 proclamation.
First of all, I'd like to award a special award to Lauren for being the person who pronounces my name the best, like the first time she's ever pronounced it. So she gets pronounced my name award. So good morning, everyone. I am glad to be here with all of you and appreciate the work that the ARC and MDDC do to support individuals with developmental disabilities across the Commonwealth. The Governor's proclamation, by the way, it's really big and beautiful. The Governor's proclamation of March as Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month recognizes that more than 20,000 children and adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities live in Massachusetts. It affirms their right to live, work, and participate fully in their communities with the individualized supports and services that they need. It emphasizes the importance of self-determination, competitive integrated employment, inclusive education, independent living, and the vital role of families, friends, professionals, and direct care workers in providing essential support. With this proclamation, the Healy-Driscoll administration reaffirms the Commonwealth's commitment to protecting the human and civil rights of people with disabilities and to investing in services that promote full inclusion and opportunity. It celebrates the contributions that people with disabilities make for a diverse and vibrant Commonwealth. With this proclamation, Governor Healy and I urge all residents of the Commonwealth to take cognizance of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month and to participate fittingly in its observance. Thank you for inviting me to be here, and thank you for also coming to hear your voices be heard. Take care.
Thank you, Secretary Mahania. Oh my goodness. Mahania, for joining us today. It's so important to our community to have government leaders who understand the importance of quality health care in our daily lives. We are very fortunate to live in a state where our leaders value the contributions of people with disabilities. Yeah, so we have some additional people that we want to read out. So we have agency heads, Imene Buziane Saidi, the Executive Director for Permanent Commission on the Status of Persons with Disabilities, Alan Motenko, Executive Director on the Massachusetts Office of Disability, Sarah Peterson, Commissioner, welcome, of the Department of Developmental Services, Kiame Mahania, Secretary for the Executive Office of Health and Human Services, Michael Memolo, Interim Executive Director, Commission Against Discrimination, Tony Wolf, the Commissioner for Massability, Pedro Martinez, Commissioner for the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and Stavron Miller, Commissioner for Department of Family, Children and Families. Yeah, I'll take it. And we have Representative Dennis Gallagher, Representative Stephen S. Howitt, and Representative Daniel Cahill. So thank you for coming. Our next speakers are mother-son advocates Sandra Heller and Craig Kinney. Sandra is a longtime resident of Marion and a dedicated advocate for individuals with IDD. Through her lived experience as Craig's mother, she speaks passionately about the policies and services that make full independent lives in communities possible. She currently serves on the MDDC Executive Board, and she is a recognized statewide leader and mentor in the disability community. Craig Kinney is a 38-year-old active citizen who was born with Down syndrome. Craig lives independently in Fairhaven, where he rents a home with a roommate. He is an accomplished and published photographer. In addition to his artistic work, Craig is a valued member of the team at his local Market Basket grocery store where he works part-time. So welcome, Sandra and Craig.
Thank you. And Andre, you do very well at pronouncing all those names. I couldn't do that. Thank you, and welcome everyone to the 48th Annual Legislative Reception. It's an honor for us, Craig and I, to be here to speak to you today. Craig wants to share a little bit about his story and his journey in hopes that we all can achieve our dreams and our visions of what we want for imagining better. Vision. is the ability to see what isn't there yet. And as a mother, I have this ability. I've been imagining better since the day Craig was born. I imagine a world where he wasn't defined by a diagnosis, but by his potential. I fought for Craig's full inclusion in school. We navigated years when he lived with a tracheostomy and a G-tube and could not use his voice. My goal was never to fix him. Craig is perfect exactly the way he is. My goal has been and continuously to be is to help other people share my vision, to see what the right supports Craig can live an ordinary life.
Hello, everyone. My name is Greg Kenny. I want to see me journey with you. I am 3 years old. I have Down syndrome. That is that one path on all I am policy and put a policy petty and both I am son a brother and knuckle a twin.
Living an ordinary life shouldn't be a radical dream. But many people with disabilities aren't given the chance to pursue this. Instead, they are treated as special. And sometimes special treatment can look a lot like segregation. Turning an ordinary life from a dream to reality requires a foundation of support. For Craig, that support system is built through services that let us imagine better. It's a combination of Section 8 for his rent, SNAP food benefits, the services from the Department of Developmental Services, and supports like the personal care attendant hours, and other Medicaid and home and community-based services. These aren't just programs. These are the tools that allow him to be a neighbor and a valued member of his community.
I have been working night. I 16 years old for that not to use life workers money my bucket love my workers where I am not working at night and my one home with a human like be we for not use a man cave when I last go movie.
It is a man cave. It's a bat cave too.
Every week, talking, listen, and have and my favorite message is to be an elephant with a game.
It hasn't always been easy. When Craig got very sick at the age of 13, he ended up with a trach and a G-tube for over 5 years. He went through junior high and high school with a nurse by his side. But even then, we chose inclusion. Even when he couldn't speak, we practiced supported decision-making.
Even when I lost my memory and purpose relevant to me, really remember me and then what the doctors we decipher my way though to make that better choice. I will be able to now that am probable that we have a then thing people sound of me the size not size for me.
What Craig is describing is self-determination. It's more than just a buzzword. It's the ability to set your own goals and take responsibility for your own life. But self-determination is only possible when services and supports are available. We are worried these services are at risk. Community-based services are the most effective way of providing supports to people in the community. We are worried these services are going to be eliminated. The national policy requires funding for institutional care, but not home and community-based services, even though the home and community-based services are the most cost-effective and help people live better lives.
I know my story is that one story have many friends what will be who want something to really want to be part of their town and decide really want to meet videos voices source giving a really make a six something that one gain that Gilbert is about.
Craig continues to imagine better every day. He wants to take risks. He continues to learn and be the best person he can be. History has showed us time and time again that when budgets are tight, the very home and community-based services that allow Craig to live in his own home are often the first to be cut. That needs to change. Now more than ever, we cannot allow institutions and waiting lists to become ordinary parts of our lives. Now I lost my place with Craig's one. This one, right? I think so. Go ahead. Yeah. You already read that? Oh, sorry. He knows better than I do. Here you go.
Have team have policy like that make mine.
I'm so proud to be Craig's mother, and everyone knows me as Craig's mom, which is a blessing. He's a reminder that when we stop trying to fix people and start supporting their dreams, the world gets a whole lot better. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, you need that.
Thank you, Craig and Sandra, for those powerful words on living an ordinary, extraordinary life. It was great. Up next, we are pleased to introduce Daniel O'Donnell. Daniel is a dedicated self-advocate and active member of the ARC's Government Affairs Committee. He's passionate about using his voice to promote policies that strengthen services for people with IDD and autism. Daniel loves bringing his friends into advocacy efforts and working with them to speak up about the issues that matter most to them. Daniel, who I met in line coming in here, and he's a really great guy, enjoys sports and is a proud participant of the Special Olympics.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniel O'Donnell. I'm a self-advocate with the ARC of Massachusetts. I'm also a proud athlete and inclusion ambassador for Special Olympics Massachusetts. Yeah, Special Olympics. The Special Olympics. I have autism and an intellectual disability. I love advocating not just for myself, but for my friends, my girlfriend, and everyone in our community. I am so excited to be here to share my story with you. I know that sharing my story is one of the most important parts of advocacy. One of my favorite memories is coming here to the State House with my friends to advocate we care about, like the blue envelope bill and expanding Nikki's Law. Yeah. Today, I am going to talk about the workforce and my Turning 22 story. Turning 22 was a big milestone for me. After graduating from school, I started in an adult program and the Showa Learning Group. It changed my life. I've made friends, gained independence, and learned how to be part of my community. I wouldn't be standing here today sharing my story without this program. But I know not everyone is lucky. Too many people are still waiting for adult programs because of limited staff and long wait lists. I think we can do better. Do you want that? Yeah. Programs like mine make a difference, and the staff who work in them do amazing work. We need to bring the wait list down and get more people into the services they need. So today I'm asking all the legislators to help support these programs, support the staff, and support people like me. Thank you for listening.
Wow. Thank you, Daniel, for sharing your experience and your incredible advocacy. That was amazing. Thank you very much. Now, I want to point out the beautiful image of our State House that is on the cover of the Legislative Reception Program. So here it is. So this year we decided to do something different. We invited people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to submit artwork to be featured on our cover. Now, we were astonished to receive over 60 creative and beautiful entries. In the end, we could only pick one. So congratulations to Siddhar Sorwala from Westboro. I hope I pronounced that okay. Oh, perfect. Congratulations. All right. Other artwork that was submitted can be seen on poster boards next to the grand staircase. After we are done here, take a minute to admire the talent and creativity in our community. Oh, perfect. So now we would like to recognize more legislators and staff who are here to support our community today. So we have Representative Danielle W. Gregoire, First Division Chair, Representative Ronald Mariano, Speaker of the House. Welcome, Speaker. Representative Stephen Ouellette, Representative Michelle Badger, Senator Joan Lovely, welcome. My friend, Representative Sean Garbely. And Michael Cole, Commissioner of the Department of Transitional Assistance.
And also thank you to Representative Kathleen Nanatra, Representative Kristen Kastner, Senator Robin Kennedy, and Representative Mindy Dome. Thank you, everybody. After this event is over, we encourage you to visit your legislators and their staff to share your stories with them. If you can't do that today, there are other ways to connect with them. You can set up a meeting on Zoom. You can contact them by email. You can meet them in their district or at the State House. If you meet with your legislator here today, you can post a photo on social media. Please tag the ARC and the MDDC. Our social media handles are in the program. And the more people who know about the great work you're doing with legislators, the better. Okay, now it is time to honor our amazing Legislator of the Year awardees. We'll begin by recognizing Representative Jay Livingstone as chair of the Joint Committee on Children with Families, Persons with Disabilities. Representative Livingstone plays the critical role in advancing policies that support the disability community. His leadership has advanced person-first language in the state law and legislation to protect substance-exposed newborns and ensure foster children receive their disability and Social Security benefits. We are pleased to have House Speaker Ron Mariano here to introduce Representative Livingstone to our audience. After many years in leadership roles in the House of Representatives, Representative Mariano was elected by his peers as Speaker of the House in 2021. In 2016, Representative Mariano received our Legislator of the Year award in recognition of his dedication to and support of the disability community. House Speaker Mariano, please come to the podium. I think those are your favorite words, right?
Thank you. Good to see you again. Welcome. Welcome. It's great to have a great turnout here today. It's a beautiful day. The weather broke for you. They made it as easy as possible for everyone to get here. And it's good to see the turnout. See some old familiar faces. Again, this is a usual stop for me in my schedule, so I'm so happy to be here and see so many familiar faces. I've got the pleasure of introducing someone I've known for an awful long time, and I've been up here for an awful long time. And with that comes friendships that you make, which begin as business relationships, which then become real friendships. And I think that we're here to celebrate one of those today, and I'm so happy in your choice of Legislator of the Year as someone who is serious about his work and serious about the issues that everyone faces who's in the disability community. These are universal problems that we need to work on and come up with universal answers. And I have the good fortune of having a few people that I could choose from, but choosing one of the most thoughtful, inventive, creative legislators that we have in our body. We have 160, so it's a pretty good group to choose from. And you're very fortunate that you're working with one of the best. You're working with someone who is thoughtful, kind, patient. The Lord knows this is not a process for people who are anxious and like to get things done immediately. We go slow. And then when we slow down, we go even slower. But it's to do it the right way. We want long-lasting solutions. We don't want quick fixes. We want success. We want success. We want athletes. We want scholars. We want a well-rounded individual. Congratulations. And that's why we're all here. That's quite all right. And again, it truly is an honor for me to come down and do this. And I wasn't involved in the selection, but I couldn't have done a better job myself, if I do say so. So I'm here to introduce Jay and give him his turn at the microphone and let him explain to you his thoughts on what will be done. But I want to tell you that he has my support and he knows how to get things done. So with that, let me introduce to you one of your neighbors up here, Jay Livingstone.
Well, thank you.
What I want to do is give you the award first.
Oh, sure.
And then you can get a picture with you guys. There you go. This is for you, and we present it the way it's supposed to be. Stand there. Representative Livingstone, on behalf of the ARC and the MDDC, I'm happy to present you with this artwork by artist Jordana Simpson from Gateway Arts. She is also here with us today.
Thanks. Well, thank you for this great honor. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your kind words. Several years ago, when we were talking about assignments, I remember telling the Speaker, I just want a committee that is busy where I can make a difference. And he gave me a lot with the Children, Families, and Persons with Disabilities Committee. And when I went to that committee, I had never had really any interaction with it. I had never served on the committee, but I appreciated the great faith. And as I started that process, it was incredibly helpful, all the conversations I had with many of the people in this room, to get my staff and I understanding the most pressing issues, understanding where we could make a difference, and working on solutions. And it's in ARC and MDDC are two of the top organizations to do that. They've been fantastic partners throughout this process. And in legislation, it's a team effort. You know, I'm honored to receive this award, but the actions that are being mentioned as part of the award are because of all of you. Your advocacy in bringing us issues, your drafting of legislation, of vetting the legislation, you know, changing to make our laws person first. That was a bill that was pending in the legislature for 20 years. I was honored to work with ARC and MDDC and so many other organizations to vet the language to make sure that while we were getting rid of these offensive words, that we weren't causing anyone to lose benefits, that we weren't changing the law substantively. And that turned out to be a tricky process, and you were all great partners. And I was proud of the Speaker to prioritize that, and the House passed it for the first time that anybody has passed it in the 20 years it was pending. And it's great the Senate has followed this term, and we're almost at the finish line, hoping to get that done. And the other issues, it was fantastic to partner with all of you, partner with my legislative colleagues, many of whom are here, and get to a place where we can make our laws better. And Cody, I think, said it best to start this program. You know, in the legislature, we can't know everything. It's just impossible. The way we learn about the problems that we should be addressing is from people like you coming to us and explaining them. And he also said something interesting in that there are headwinds coming from the federal government right now. The federal government, the people in control of the federal government, want us to cut back on the social safety net in a variety of instances. And I don't know anyone in the legislature that doesn't pride itself on the social safety net that Massachusetts provides. I know the Speaker has said that many times. We are going to have to work creatively together to maintain the social safety net we all expect with fewer federal dollars. And I look forward to continuing to work with you on those challenges, work with the Speaker and all my colleagues, so that we can have the society, I think one person said the vision for where we should be. And I look forward to working with you to get there. So thank you for this honor. Thank you.
Congratulations, Representative Livingstone, and thank you for joining us here today. All right. So up next, it is time to present the Legislator of the Year Award to Senator Joan Lovely. Senator Lovely has championed many significant bills over the years to support people with disabilities. During the current legislative session, the bills she sponsored include supported decision-making, updating the state definition of developmental disabilities, prohibiting discrimination against parents with disabilities in court proceedings, and supporting family members who serve as caregivers for their loved ones with disabilities. So she previously received this award in 2016.
Before we get to that, though, we wanted to thank Representative Hannah Bowen for being here today, and just wanted to remind everybody that we have Coletti's cookies that are coming, that are over in the corner, and those are a great cookie made by Colette, and she's an awesome representative of this community and doing everything she can to provide food and inclusivity, and I'm very excited about that.
Thank you. All right. All right. Now we are very excited to have Senate President Karen Spilka here to present the award. Senator Spilka has served as Senate President since 2018. Senate President Spilka has been a dedicated leader on disability issues since joining the legislature 25 years ago. She was previously recognized twice as our Legislator of the Year. She is a true and loyal champion for the disability community. Thank you for being here today to help present this award, Senator Spilka. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi. Good morning. I think it still is morning. Good morning. Yes, you can cheer it. Good morning. Welcome to your State House. I love that enthusiasm. That's great. If this is the first time, or even if it's not, make sure you take a tour of the State House. This is a museum. It's a living museum. It's the place where we work. And every time I walk around, I still see new portraits, new stained glass, new ironwork on the steps. It throws you back to the Revolutionary War and all of the folks that helped create our country. So make sure you take the time to walk around and let it soak in a little bit. See the House chamber, see the Senate chamber. It really is spectacular, and it's your house. So it's wonderful to see all of you here today. I want to say that it's a great honor to be here with so many friends and colleagues. It's also an honor to have the opportunity to introduce one particular friend and colleague this morning, someone who is an incredibly strong leader and brings her entire heart, which she happens to have a very big heart, to her work here in the Senate on behalf of all of you. Yes. For as long as I've known Senator Lovely, she has been guided by a truly unwavering moral compass, an inner moral compass, and a steady resolve to do what is right. And that is constantly seen in her work and her advocacy. And nowhere is it more clear than in her work on behalf of those with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Senator Lovely's advocacy constantly focuses on enhancing autonomy, equitable treatment for people, and inclusion. And for those with autism and developmental areas, in such areas as criminal justice interactions, education, independent living, and legal decision-making. She brings her heart and her head, because she's also very smart, to her advocacy to make a real and positive difference. From her work to pass groundbreaking higher education legislation, her advocacy on critical state budget line items, and her leadership on numerous current bills, she has consistently centered this community and championed legislation that will help make the life better for so many of our Commonwealth residents. Yes, it's great. Yes. And in doing so, she is helping to carry on the work that was so important to me in my early days as a legislator, and which remains important to me and the entire Senate now. She helps lead the Senate in these areas. It is therefore no real surprise that Senator Lovely is part of a small group of legislators who have received this award twice. Not one time, but 2 times, twice. That's very significant. And this is a distinction that I would say she well deserves. I am lucky to receive Senator Lovely's honest counsel and benefit from her great considerable talents as part of my leadership team. And the entire Commonwealth is lucky to have her in our corner. So especially as we watch the rights and opportunities we have all fought so hard to attain, they're threatened right now at the federal level. Showing up for individuals with disabilities is indeed more important now than ever before. And I have no doubt that Senator Joan Lovely will continue to fight all these issues for all of us. So without further ado, it is my great pleasure to welcome Senator Joan Lovely to accept the Legislator of the Year award. Thank you. Woo!
I follow in amazing footsteps, I'm just saying. Also a twice winner for all the work that you have done over the course of your legislative career and now as our leader of the Senate. Thank you so much.
So Senator Lovely, we want to thank you for your steadfast support and leadership on so many issues that affect our community members. So in recognition of everything you have done to support people, So in recognition of everything you have done to support people with autism and IDD, we honor you as our Massachusetts Legislator of the Year. And Matthew Tregari from Gateway Arts is here to present your award.
Good job.
Good job.
Perfect. Thank you. And it is still morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm so honored to be here today to be a twice recipient. I'm humbled to be a twice recipient of this award. Madam President, I joined you as a twice recipient of this esteemed award. And looking at past recipients, I also follow in the steps of the late, great Senator Fred Berry, the Majority Leader, whose seat I have the honor to be in today. and all the work that Fred did to lay the foundation to get here today. He was just an amazing individual, and this was his top priority. So thank you. I also want to say thank you to Speaker Mariano. Congratulations to Representative Livingstone. I share this award with you proudly. Thank you so much. And to all the presenters and the speakers here today, thank you all for your presence. You've been a powerful and effective ally for ARC. The Senate President said this, the Speaker said this. You being here today, this absolutely packed, great hall, speaks to the work that you want us to do and that we are doing. So I'm very, very grateful. I want to give a shout out to Daniel. Daniel, the Turning 22 program that you talked about, that's one of my top budget priorities. Just last session, I was able to secure on the Senate side $109 million for that programming, and it's so important. We know how important it is. We know now how important it is to you. Thank you for sharing your story and how it affects you. Absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to Craig. Where's Craig? Right here, Craig. I got to see that man-bat cave someday. We have to see that. But you talked about supported decision-making. That's a bill that I filed, and you already have that working in your life on how you make decisions with your mom and other trusted adults who help you make those decisions. It's so, so very important. So, Craig, thank you for being up here today. Whether it's the PCA program, personal care attendant, the adult foster care program, the adult day health program, Turning 22, supported decision making. We also did conclusive and current enrollment for higher ed so that people have an opportunity to go to college. And we know that the funding through Chapter 257 is so critical, and we will continue to support that and grow that line item so that we can support all of you, so you can support all of your loved ones and everyone that you care for. So thank you. I just want to say thank you. This is a top budget priority for me. As many of you may know, but I'm letting you all know, when I meet with the Chair of Ways and Means next month, this is always top budget priority for me because I know how important it is to all of you. I have family members that have developmental delays that also have benefited from the Turning 22 program, our in-day programs and group home, and I see the benefit of all the work that you all do each and every day to make that happen. So thank you. I'm truly honored to receive this award.
It's me. Thank you, Senator Lovely and Senate President Spilka. We are both so grateful to both of you for all your work on behalf of the community. We're so glad to have the opportunity to recognize our Legislators of the Year and to honor all our legislative champions. We thank them for their leadership and hard work, and it brings us hope knowing that you are in our corner fighting for the rights and services people with developmental disabilities deserve. Thank you all to our allies and our legislative champions for the work you've done over the last years and decades to protect our lives and improve the quality of life for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities in Massachusetts.
Our next and final speaker is Nora Bent, who will give the call to action. You got it. You got this, Nora. Nora is the Director of Government Affairs and Strategic Partnerships at the ARC of Massachusetts since 2023. Now, Nora is no stranger to the State House. Prior to joining the ARC, she worked for my representative, Christine Barber, and as the Executive Director of the Caucus of Women's Legislators. Please give a warm welcome to my friend, Nora Bent.
I think I'm going to need a hug from Andre every time I start to speak. Thank you so much, Andre, and thank you all for being here. I'm so thrilled to be here with all of you. What an amazing room. Let's give you all a round of applause for being here. I'm so thrilled to be here today to share our call to action. And I think we all agree that this year's theme, protecting our lives now more than ever, really couldn't be more spot on. While we celebrate Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, we also recognize the stakes of this moment. From federal cuts to Medicaid, SNAP, and the dismantling of special education civil rights protections, it is no exaggeration to say that we're living in a frightening moment. But as I look out on all of you, legislators, staff, advocates, and family members, I'm exhilarated. You're here because you know that at this pivotal moment, advocacy is the antidote to the challenges we're facing. By coming together to advocate, you are part of the solution. But I'm here today not just to thank you, but to put you to work. The ARC advocates each and every day to uplift the voices of individuals with IDD and their families. And while we work on the big fights in DC, there are things we can do here today in Massachusetts to strengthen this community. To the legislators and staff in the room, our community needs you to continue to stand with us. We recognize the pressures of the state budget, but we also know that the need for these services is not static, it is growing. The ARC asks you to preserve the DDS funding levels in the governor's proposal, but know that we will need continued growth to meet the needs of this community. Our workforce is the backbone of our community. Let's treat them as such. Ensuring the stability of our workforce is the minimum requirement, but we must get adults waiting for access back into services by investing in Chapter 257. And protecting mass health community-based services like the PCA program is critical. These are not just line items. For some, they are the difference between a life of community and a life of isolation. I also ask you to make this the session where the ARC's legislative priorities are passed. These bills are vetted, they are cost-effective, and they are ready. Let's expand the Nikki's Law Abuse Registry to protect everyone. Let's improve the Turning 22 process to ensure consistency and access. Let's install universal changing tables so our communities are truly accessible to all. Let's ensure supported decision-making as an option for those who can make their own decisions with support. And it is time to finally pass the Blue Envelope Bill for safety and independence on our roads. To the advocates in the room, your stories are what powers our collective advocacy. While you are here today, stop by your rep and senator's offices and share your stories with them. Share what services matter to you and which bills resonate with you. If you need help finding your legislators' offices, come find one of us, or there are interactive touchscreens that can help you locate their offices. I want to pause and extend our deepest gratitude to both Lauren and Andre, who were amazing. Let's give them a round of applause. And since Andre gave me the best hug in the world, I want to give him a special kudos to receiving a Black Excellence on the Hill Award just a couple of weeks ago. I want to also thank our co-sponsors and most importantly, all of you for being here with us today. Don't forget to stay tuned for our action alerts and to stay connected with the ARC and MDDC on social media and through our email lists. And please fill out the survey, which you can find in our program, to give us feedback on today's event. To close, my call to action today is to engage and to make progress together. Legislators and staff, we need you to prioritize these services and bills. Advocates, we need your passion and your stories. Your voice is essential now more than ever, and I can't wait to keep working with all of you. Thank you.
On behalf of Andre and we're so glad that you came today. Thank you so much. Now go visit your legislators and keep keep advocating.
Keep advocating for your rights. Keep going to your legislators. And Nora, I'm proud of you for that speech. Maura, thank you for coming. And Representative Livingstone, Senator Lovely, congratulations, and have a great rest of your day.